Alright guys, this is going to be the last video for activity 14-2. It's actually number 16 in the Springboard book. What we're going to do is actually find missing parts of a triangle by using our 6 basic trig functions: sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. As you can see here, we actually have them all listed out. That sine is your opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is your adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent, and then the reciprocals secant, cosecant, and cotangent. So let's just kind of dive into this. Each of these problems, A and B on number 16, they tell you that O is the origin and P is some point that's on the terminal side of the angle theta that they give you. They want you to draw the angle in standard position, then draw a reference triangle, and then use that bit of information to find the missing part of the triangle they're asking you to find. So let's just go ahead and get this done. So if you look at 16A, they tell us that we need to draw an angle of 70 degrees. 70 degrees is positive, so we're going to be rotating counterclockwise, and it is going to be in quadrant 1. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a triangle, well, my angle in standard position, and this is 70 degrees here. Make sure you label it. From here, we need to go ahead and find point P. We'll put point P right there. Point P is 3, y. I need to go ahead and now draw my reference triangle. We're going to go from point P. We're going to go straight to the x-axis. Make sure it's perpendicular so we form a right triangle. We are going to go ahead and use the information they gave us from P and go ahead and label the parts of our triangle. In this case, the point is going to give us our two legs. My x distance is 3. My y distance is y. And the problem itself asks me to find y. So I don't have the hypotenuse. I know the adjacent side is 70, and we're looking for the opposite side. So we go back and we look at the trig functions. This case, we're going to be using sine because we're looking, nope, never mind, we're not using sine. I don't know what I was thinking. We're using tangent. Tangent has the opposite side and the adjacent side together. So we're looking for the opposite side. We know the adjacent side, so we can just plug in the information we know. We know theta is 70. We know that my adjacent side is 3. So as we get in here and we plug the equation, we end up getting tangent of 70 degrees equals y divided by 3. From here, this just becomes just algebra. We got to isolate y. We need to multiply both sides by 3 because we are dividing by 3. Therefore, my y equals 3 tangent 70 degrees. You will then put this in the calculator. 70 degrees is not on your unit circle. When you do put it in your calculator, you need to check your mode. You need to make sure you're in degree mode because it is 70 degrees. They give you the degree symbol. Without the degree symbol, it would be 70 radians. When you put this in the calculator, you're going to get that y is approximately 8.24. Now, there is no units on this because they did not designate units for us at the very beginning. So it's 8.24 units. We don't know what those units are. What I would want you to do is, it's great that you have y, but make sure you actually finish off the question and give me the point itself. We know that my x value is 3. My y value is now 8.24. And always double check to make sure your signs are right. 70 degrees is in quadrant 1, so my x and y values are positive. Now as we move over to B over here, they kind of change things up a little bit. They actually give us the hypotenuse, they give us the angle, but they actually want us to find the coordinates of point P. Well, to find the coordinates of point P, we actually need to know the x and the y value. So let's go ahead and draw a triangle in here. Has to be in standard position, so you need your xy coordinate. Your terminal ray always starts on your positive side of your x-axis. The vertex of your angle is going to be at the origin, which in this case is going to be O. We're going to draw in a terminal ray approximately 38 degrees. As I told you guys in class, just draw an angle, and as long as you label it as 38 degrees, then it is 38 degrees. And I will take that to be true. Label point P. We're looking for an x and an y and a y. From here, we need to go ahead and draw in our reference triangle. We're going to go from point P straight down to the x-axis while it's perpendicular, making a right triangle. Fill in the bits of information that we have. We know the hypotenuse, OP, the distance is 20 units. And we're actually going to be looking for x and y. So really what you need to do is go and look at your 6 trig functions. We have sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Conveniently also, sine, as we've already started talking about the unit circle, is also the y value on the unit circle. So to actually find my y value, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say sine of 38 degrees equals my y value divided by my hypotenuse, which will end up being 20 sine 38 degrees equals y. Once you put it in the calculator, once again, make sure you are in the correct mode, because 38 degrees is something significantly different than 38 radians. Your y value is going to be approximately 12.31 units. To find my x value, the x value is adjacent. And what's nice is on the unit circle, cosine is my actual x value. And if you look at your cosine, the ratios over here, it actually says that cosine itself is adjacent over hypotenuse. And in fact, that's what we're looking to find anyway. So here we go. We're going to do cosine of 38 degrees equals x over your hypotenuse, which is 20. With a little bit of algebra, you get cosine of cosine 38 degrees equals x. And once you put it in the calculator, once again, always make sure you're in the right mode. In this case, it's degree mode because we have 38 degrees. Your x is going to be approximately 15.76. Now, it asks us to find a point. If you stop here, this and this is not a point. Those are just telling me what an x and y is approximately. So you need to make sure you write it as in point form. So my actual answer is going to be a point that is 15.76, comma 12.31. And then you are done. If you have any questions, just come in class, ask me, come to tutorials, or just watch this video multiple times, or look on YouTube for other videos explaining the same thing.